The Lakers' sudden fall from grace is a perfect example of the saying, life comes at you fast. Not even 2 years ago, the Lakers were on top of the world as NBA champions. Now 2 seasons later, the Lakers are a complete disaster. If the Lakers fail to make the playoffs this year, they may go down as the worst failed super team in league history. After adding Westbrook in the offseason, most predicted the Lakers to be locks to make the NBA Finals. There were plenty of critics about the Lakers' offseason moves, primarily the fit of Westbrook and the old age of the players on the team, but most mainstream sports outlets thought the star talent on the Lakers would overcome any shortcomings. Months later, it appears that everything that possibly could have gone wrong has gone wrong for the Lakers. Westbrook has been a terrible fit, LeBron and AD have been hit with the injury bug throughout the year, and the supporting players around LA's Big Three have been mostly disappointing to say the least. The Lakers are a sinking ship, and management has to seriously consider blowing this entire roster up, and that means trading both LeBron and Anthony Davis. Trading LeBron and AD may sound ridiculous, as most NBA teams would kill to have those two players as a starting point. But the situation in LA is so dire that trading both of them has to be on the table. The main reason is that LeBron only has 1 year left on his contract and can bolt in 2023 NBA free agency. Now LeBron has stated that he wants to finish his career with the Lakers, but based on his history, this means absolutely nothing. LeBron James throughout his career has shown that he's never truly been loyal to any franchise and will bolt when he sees the team is no longer good enough to win a title. And I'm not even saying this is a bad thing. LeBron is the pioneer of player empowerment, and this has encouraged players to take their destiny in their own hands and do what's best for them, just like NBA teams operate. But the point is, LeBron is absolutely a flight risk. He left the Cavs to go to Miami, he left Miami to go back to the Cavs, and he left the Cavs to go to the Lakers, and if the conditions are right, he'll do it again. He's also said that he wants to end his career playing with his son, and he suggested going back to the Cavs. The Lakers are at risk of LeBron bolting, and if he leaves, the Lakers are in a really tough spot. Sure, they'll still have Anthony Davis, but Davis can also leave just 1 year after, and with Anthony Davis expressing interest in the Bulls in the past, he should also be considered a major flight risk. Speaking of AD, his injury history is another big reason the Lakers have to consider blowing it up. For all the mistakes the Lakers front office has made, and trust me, there's been plenty, Anthony Davis' inability to stay healthy is the main reason for the fall of the Lakers. Even with all the turmoil last season, the Lakers were still up 2-1 on a Phoenix Suns team that went to the finals. We all know what happened from there. AD goes down with an injury and the Lakers lose in 6. This season, Anthony Davis has played in just 36 games and his latest injury could cost him the rest of the season. Furthermore, Anthony Davis has been an injury-prone player throughout his entire career. Rob Pelinka in the Lakers front office has to really be thinking to themselves, can AD really be relied upon to ever stay healthy throughout an entire season? The answer to that question seems to be no. The year that they did win the title, the Lakers benefited from 3 months off to rest thanks to the Orlando bubble. Those conditions likely never happen again. If Davis can never stay healthy enough to help the Lakers go on another championship run, then that's another huge reason to blow this roster up. The final reason the Lakers have to consider blowing it up is the inability to improve this roster much from here. Because of the Anthony Davis trade, the Lakers don't have much draft capital to upgrade the roster. The only assets the Lakers really have is Talen Horton-Tucker, who's been pretty bad this year, and 2 first-round picks in 2027 and 29. That isn't much to work with, and because they're over the cap, they can only offer veteran minimum contracts, and we see where that's gotten the Lakers this year. The Lakers also appear to be stuck with Westbrook for at least 1 more year. He does have a player option for next season, but he has 47 million reasons to accept it. The options to improve this current Lakers squad is extremely limited this offseason. So there you have it, sports fans. Those are 3 reasons why the Lakers should strongly consider trading both AD and LeBron. Blowing up a team that is likely done competing for a championship can help a team get a head start on their rebuild. The OKC Thunder knew they weren't going anywhere with Paul George and Westbrook, so they traded both, and now the Thunder have the biggest draft stash in the league and very good young talent. LeBron and AD are both good enough where the Lakers could probably earn a king's ransom, which would set them off for a great rebuild. Anyway guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Should the Lakers blow it up? Tell me in the comments. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you enjoyed this and want to see more dope content just like it. Thanks for watching and have a great rest of your day.